What's up, guys? Welcome back to another podcast episode. It is your host, Lightning K, and I am back with another video. Hello, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today's episode is going to be make things right. Life is way too short to be holding grudges, being mad at people, just being so rude to everyone. Life is way too short. And in this podcast episode, I'm going to be talking about why you should just move on and move better and just take a breather to just think about life and to just think, maybe if I put myself in her shoes, maybe I will realize that she's not such a bad person. Maybe I'll realize that she's not out to get me. Maybe I'll realize that this whole time she was actually trying to help me and not hurt me. So, without any further ado, before we get into this episode, do not forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Share with all your friends. And I just want to thank you all for subscribing because we are at 35, 34, 35 subscribers. And I'm so happy that the kingdom, the audience, I don't know, whatever, like my subscribers are growing. I heard that fans is not a good word. So my supporters are growing. So I'm just so happy that I have so many great people around and great people watching me. But without any further ado, let's get right into the video. Coming in with number one, we have tell people how you feel. So lately I've been telling all my friends, how I feel and certain things that they do that makes me upset, certain things that they do that makes me happy, just giving them like a friend feedback kind of thing. And it's just been working wonders because like all the ice is being broken, like all the unspoken things are now being spoken about, and it's just bettering my friendships because we're now getting a better understanding about each other, and we're just understanding what kind of morals, what kind of boundaries, and what kind of things just need to be said and set. Coming in with the next one is don't hold your feelings in to help somebody to feel better or to like massage somebody's ego. Don't hold your feelings in, but don't be rude about it. So you can go ahead and tell whoever, let's say I have a friend named, I want to use a cute name because I'm always like Bob, Timmy, Tom. I don't know nobody named that. Like, even though like they're common names, how many people do you actually meet named Bob? You know? But anyway, let's say I met Nevaeh and right off the bat, she was just, her vibes was amazing and I just liked being around her. But the next day, she was just, vibes were still there, but something was off. You know, it hurt. Like it was a weird, like something weird is going on and it's eating me inside. I feel like I need to talk about it. So instead of just holding it and being like, whatever, maybe Nevaeh will, start feeling better, whatever. Maybe Nevaeh will, something will change. No, nothing's going to change. Unless you have to put forward that change. You can't just sit around and expect things to change. You have to put in that energy. I always like to think that, like, when I'm praying to God about something, I always think that you have to meet him halfway. So you can't pray about something or hope for something and just sit around and just do nothing about it. You have to pray about it and you have to work towards, you have to help God out. Yeah, he can do it by himself, but he want to see that if he throws this blessing down, can you handle it? He's not he that's why everybody's not rich, because some people are going to be out there, some people are going to get rich and just blow all their money out, but then you have the people who are rich and they're donating to different adoption agencies for kids who don't have homes, foster care, stray dogs organizations. You have the rich people who are using their money to for good, or there's even some people who they're not even well off, but they're still out there helping others when they could be helped themselves. So that's what I'm saying when I say that don't hold your feelings in and let people know how you're feeling, because sometimes you're just praying and hoping for something to happen, but you got to put in the effort, because like they always say, you have to, there was a saying, but like I was watching this video and the girl was like, there's this little girl crying because her teddy bear, like somebody was trying to take away her teddy bear. Like her parents are trying to take away, like the video where they smashed your old iPhone and then now you got the big new iPhone 15, but they smashed your iPhone 12. Like it's the same concept. Somebody was trying to take away her teddy bear. I'm assuming her parents were trying to take away her teddy bear, get her all upset, but then just to see that there's a big, nice, beautiful teddy bear. So the concept behind that is you have to let go of hurt and past trauma so that you can see the big blessing that's coming, the big prize, the big, like, I think blessing is the best way to put it. The big blessing that God is bringing onto you, and the next step, the next, okay, I'm done with this. Yeah, okay, let's say I'm like milestones. I'm done with this. Yeah, this chapter of my life, like when I get to high school and be like, I'm done with middle school. Yeah, this chapter of my life was amazing. I'm so happy I experienced everything I experienced, but it's time to move on to high school. It's time to move on to learn new things. It's time to move on so that I can better myself, because my life doesn't just end in middle school. I have to go through high school, go to college, become an adult, and learn different kind of things. So I say that to say that it's time to grow. It's time to move on. And if there is somebody or something that you haven't moved on from, this is your sign to do it today. Use my advice, you guys, because I'm not going to say I'm perfect and I'm living the most amazing life and I don't have no regrets, but every day I am learning to speak up and speak out and tell people how I feel and move on and really talk to myself and figure out what's going on, be my best friend, because I don't want to go into high school thinking, oh man, I really wish I spoke up about this because I'm going to regret it. Recently I spoke up about something that I've been feeling like for a long time, and I'm super happy because for the longest time I was thinking, man, I'm going to go to high school and I'm already knowing I'm going to regret it. And I'm like, okay, well, you're not going to do something and act on that. You're just going to accept the fact that you're going to regret it. Like, no, do something to build up to something, do something to, help yourself. Don't just sit there feeling sorry. Do something to help yourself. And I have a friend, I'm not going to put him out there, but I know he know who he is. I always tell him all the time, he has so much potential. He is so smart. He has the resources, but he just misbehaves so bad in school. And I feel like sometimes he just really blocks his blessing because he has a great blessing, his mind. He's really smart. He's really wise. He knows what's the right thing to do, but he's constantly just choosing the wrong thing to do. And you guys need to um stop letting your friends and the people around you influence you. And I know it's hard. That's why I'm always telling you guys to cut off the people you need to cut off and to let in new people, and let the people who are around you resembles you. So if you're around fake people who talk crap about everybody and they don't get their work done and they are always right there with the deadline, they're going to think that you're the same way. Oh man, I don't want to be around Caylee because I know that all her friends are like this. That means she must be the same exact way. And yes, that's not always the case, but you can't blame somebody for assuming that you are just like your friends, because those are the people you're around every day. How come you're not like them? You can't expect them to assume that you're any different. Next one is be nicer to people and really put yourself in somebody else's shoes. Because I remember last year, 2023, man, I know it's not a big difference, but I'm trying to, become a better person. In 2023, I was always so mean to everybody for no reason, and I know that I'm still like that a little bit now, but that's why I'm making this video. I'm trying to become better. I'm trying to, understand people and put myself in people's shoes and really understand, hey, maybe she's doing this, maybe he's doing this, maybe they're doing this because something's going on here. Maybe nothing's going on. Maybe they just don't feel like talking. Maybe they don't feel like being nice today. And that's why you kill them with kindness, because they're going to be like, oh my gosh, I remember when I was having the most terrible day ever and Caylee was just so nice to me. And you're not doing it because you want to be the nice person. You're doing it because you want them to feel good when they realize that even though they were like the rudest person in the whole wide world to everybody, there was that one person who still respected that they didn't want to talk to nobody. You want to be the person that they're like, Lord, thank you for that. You don't want to be like, oh my God, I'm just a nice person. No, that's not why you're being nice. You're being nice for the benefit of others. You're not, sometimes it could benefit you, but you're mainly being nice for the benefit of others. Now, there's some times where you have to be nice because if you're not nice, you're going to blow your head off. And at the end of the day, now you're being nice for you and not them, because you know that they really deserve this whooping. But you're going to be nice because that's not going to benefit you. The next one is to check on people and be pure with your intentions, because one thing that I hate is somebody who asks me if I'm okay, but they don't really care. They just want to know the tea. They want to know what's up. They want to know what can I get out of her so I could spread some rumors and be popular. So when you're asking somebody if they're okay, or you're just trying to check on your friends and see what's going on, like I have a friend right now, and he's just, I don't know if he's going through something, but he's just really upset. He's been very upset lately, and I want to ask him what's going on, but I already know that a lot of people are asking him what's wrong, are you okay, and they're not pure with their intentions. And I just don't want to be that one more annoying person. So sometimes you also just need to give people space And maybe he could come, maybe, I want him to know that it's okay. You can come talk to me if you need somebody to talk to. I'll be here, but I'm not going to be all up in your face asking you if you're okay, because you're obviously not. And I feel like I would be pure in my intentions, but sometimes they can't always, another person can't always tell. So that's why I say also, sometimes I get it. That's your friend. You love them. You love her. You love him. You love your friends. But sometimes you need to give them space and you need to mind your own business. Okay. Sometimes you need to do it. Sometimes it's for you. Sometimes it's for them. For the most part, it's probably for them, because your friends need to know that it's okay. You don't always have to talk about it. Sometimes you don't want to talk about it, but it's also okay to sometimes talk about it. So just let them know that my bad. My whole like setup just fell, but let them know that it's okay and that you're there for them. The next thing is to tap into your feminine or your masculine energy. If you're a guy watching this, tap into your masculine energy. If you're a female watching this, tap into your feminine energy. And tapping into your masculine or feminine energy could be different for each person. Like for me, tapping into my feminine energy means I would like to buy, cute pink stuff. I like to make sure that I'm wearing jewelry, earrings. I like to, jewelry, accessorizing myself. I like to make sure that I do my edges, put some lip gloss on. That's what being feminine, that's what's happening to my feminism is to me. Being nice to people, but it can differ for every person. And just because you tapping into your feminine energy is not the same as me doing it, doesn't mean that you're doing it wrong, and it doesn't mean that I'm doing it wrong. It's literally different. Feminism looks different to each and every person, and that's okay. And that's what's and masculism too. That's what makes us as human beings special. Everything looks different to everybody, and everything is different to everybody. So that's why I made this podcast, so that you guys can see the world from my perspective. You guys can see how I see the world, and you guys can see what kind of morals and what kind of things I'm going through, and what kind of things I'm learning, and what kind of rules I've set for myself, and what rules I think you should set for yourself, why it benefits me and how I think it could benefit you too, and all these different kind of things. So I'm just doing this because I really want to help you guys, and I want to help myself, because I know that going back watching these videos can help me. And sometimes you can watch this video when you really need it, and you need something to watch, you need somebody to keep you company. The next one I want to say is to just romanticize little things and to embrace your differences. So what I mean by stop stressing over little things is to like just realize that everything in life is not going to go exactly how you expected it to go. And it's okay to realize that it's okay. Everything's not going to always go 100% the way that you thought it was going to go. It's not going to just be perfect all the time, because life is life. Things are going to happen. Life is going to life. Your path, you don't know what's on your path. No matter how much you try to plan everything to a T, something's going to go wrong in your eyes, but that was what your plan was to do. That was what was meant to happen. And what I mean by to romanticize your life is every tiny little celebration. Now that you're not worried about every tiny little, I don't want you to, instead of worried about every tiny little thing, worry about every tiny little celebration. I just finished my homework. Let's throw a party. I filmed a podcast. Let's throw a party. I reached 1 subscriber. Let's throw a party. I reached 60 subscribers. Let's do a party. So that when you reach your bigger goals, you're going to be like looking at all your small goals, and you're gonna be like, man, I'm so happy I celebrated, or whatever the case is. You're just gonna be so happy that you celebrate, because life is a celebration. Just living and being healthy alone is a celebration. It's happy. It's something to be happy about and be grateful and pray for. The next thing is humbleness over everything. Humbleness will always look better. I remember when I started playing basketball at first, I was a beginner. I didn't know any better, but I always thought that it was the coolest thing ever to just do too much all the time. I get a foul and I just act so extra. And I always thought that that was such a cool, cute, attention grabbing thing. And yes, it was an attention grabbing thing, but it was not cute. It was not cool. And it was not grabbing the correct attention. Now, when you're humble, you get the worst foul in the world, but you brush it off, get up and make your free throws. Now that is going to bring the biggest attention, that a good attention that you should want and you will get if you go about it the right way. Nobody likes the person who's doing too much. Nobody's going to recruit the person who's doing too much. Nobody's going to recruit the person who's crying over a small little foul. But they're going to recruit that girl who, even though she got the worst foul, even if she didn't make the free throw, she was so humble about it. People love humble people. I love humble people. I love when I see that somebody's just, it makes me want to be around you. It makes me want to be your friend. So coming from somebody who likes to think that they're humble, so, I'm still working on it, but coming from somebody who wasn't humble before, was doing too much, I've always noticed the people who were more humble than me. And I'm like, man, maybe I can be like that one day. But I didn't even realize that that looked better than what I was doing. So stop stressing over things and stop praying. Well, start pray about it, but stop hoping and make it happen. Okay, guys? So stop being like, oh my God, I wish I could be rich. What are you going to do to be rich? What are you going to do to be fit? What are you going to do to be the person that you want to be? And this is another, I know I always talk about the book, but a great read, Atomic Habits, it literally helps you to see the person that you are and the person that you want to become. So if you need to have that brain maturity to read Atomic Habits. So if you're not serious about this journey on becoming a better you, on Fernanda Rumors, but if you're not serious about becoming a better you, I obviously do not suggest for you to even watch this podcast, because this podcast is for serious people who want to become a better you, better yourself in 2024. It's not too late. It's still January. And even if it was September, it's never too late to become a better you. Next, stop holding grudges. I already talked about that. We're going to move on. So you need to be serious about yourself and cut off people who are wasting your time. Because a lot of the time, grudges actually come from people who are holding on to past relationships and past friendships, because they're like, oh my God, even though she's doing me wrong, we've just been through so much together. I don't want to let go. You need to let go, because you're going to hold a grudge unconsciously on this person or on the next person, but you don't even realize that you're doing it. So you need to stop holding grudge, move on, and cut off the people that need to cut off. When you're seasoning your turkey, do you keep all the white part because you're like, oh man, it's not going to be able to eat? No, you're going to cut off all the excess fat, all the extra stuff. When you're cutting a paper and you're cutting outside the black lines, are you like, oh my God, I know I'm cutting outside the black lines, but let me keep some white in it because it's not going to be seen. No, you don't care about that. So why are you caring about somebody who's not benefiting you when you're not caring about a piece of meat that's not benefiting you, when you're not caring about a paper that's not benefiting you? So it's the same concept. If you don't care about that piece of white paper that no one's going to see, do not care about that girl, about that guy, about that person who's not benefiting your life. Because if you're not benefiting, you got to go. Coming in with the last two, stop thinking about what coulda, shoulda, what. You guys know, like that little thing that's like, stop thinking about what coulda, shoulda, woulda. Stop thinking about what you could have been, what you would have been, and what you should have been. You should have been right where you are. You would have been, you're right where you are for a reason. And instead of doing that, focus on why you're here and appreciate why you're here. And instead of thinking, oh, that should have happened, make it happen. Everybody's always complaining about what they don't have instead of appreciating what they do have. So instead of thinking about what you should have had, think about what you do have and how to better that. Think about what you do have and how to appreciate that. Because once you appreciate what you already have, what you want will come. And lastly, stop trying to seek validation from other people. Stop trying to seek acceptance from other people, and stop trying to I wonder if my friend is going to like this outfit. I wonder if the cute boy is going to like this outfit. I wonder if he and she and they are going to notice me. No one cares. Honestly, nobody cares. You're seeking validation from somebody else when you should be seeking validation from you. Because as long as you feel like you look good, you will look good. Because you're going to walk with confidence, feeling like you have the cutest dress in the room. And to society standards, you may not. But as long as you do to you, you will be the most confident person in the room. You will be the most prettiest. And I say the prettiest because if everybody has the confidence, everybody is the most prettiest. If everybody has the most confidence, everybody's the most confident. So there is no most prettiest if everybody is the most confident. There is no most confident if everybody is confident. So I say that to say, love yourself. I'm not even going to say tap into your feminism or your masculinism, whatever. I don't got time to say it right, but I'm saying to tap into who you really are. Tap into who you know you can be and who you know you are. So that once you're ready to become the you that you know you are, I'm going to be here. Fernanda Ramirez is going to be here, and Atomic Habits is going to be here. But I think that this is a great note to end the podcast on. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Do not forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Make sure all your friends see this, because I feel like this is a top-notch episode right here. Everybody needs to hear. Everybody needs to listen. Do not forget to, say something nice to yourself today. And I'm actually going to start doing Bible verses of the day. So the Bible verse for today, I have it in my head, but it's my favorite verse of all, and it's, be strong and be courageous. Do not be fearful. Do not be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. Sit on that. Think about it. And we're going to talk about it in the next podcast episode. Without any further ado, bye guys.